This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. This video is brought to you by First Detachment Nutrition. Battle tested, expert formulated. Use discount code AB10 at checkout for 10% off. Hey guys, Big Paul here today, and I am going to talk about the attributes that go into making a champion bodybuilder. These are the mental attributes. We're not talking about physical attributes, but the mindset that it takes to be a great bodybuilder. And really, this could apply to any sport, any endeavor in life. People that succeed at things carry these same aspects and attributes psychologically. I was talking to my client, Dave Caney, about this. If you want to give him and his wife a follow on Instagram, it's Mr. and Mrs. Blue Collar Bodybuilding. But Dave brought it up as a topic that we should discuss, and I thought it was a great idea. And I have my thoughts on it, and I think about this a lot, what makes somebody successful, and I probably should start talking about this stuff more on my channel. It's more interesting than the Liver King. But anyway, guys, we're going to dig into all that in just 1 second. So there are a few attributes that are really important to be a great bodybuilder. First and foremost, the one that comes to mind for me is mental toughness. And with mental toughness, it's the ability to push through hard times and to get through problems and to keep on moving forward. A lot of people don't have that quality. They fold up, they give up, they can't keep going when things get challenging. I had a coach when I was younger that or mentor, a coach, whatever you want to call them, that constantly talked about the ability to be able to push through things. And that stuck with me through life. The ability to push is critically important if you want to be successful, because nothing ever is linear as far as success goes. You're going to have ups and downs constantly when it comes to grinding away at a goal. And those times when things can get hard can really mess with your mind. And people give up just constantly. Most of the people that succeed are the ones that just don't give up. When I used to do jiu-jitsu, I am a very mediocre jiu-jitsu guy, by the way, but one of the black belts used to say that a black belt is just a white belt that kept coming to class. And that's somewhat true. It's the same thing with bodybuilding. The guys that succeed in bodybuilding are the ones that just keep doing the diet day in, day out. They keep going to the gym, whether they get sick or they have a bad day, they have a cheat meal, they just get back in the saddle. They keep pushing and they don't give up, and they do it day after day, month after month, year after year. This comes to diet, training, all this stuff. Just having the mental toughness to be able to push through things and to keep going no matter what. That is critically important for bodybuilding and all things in life. Honestly, it's a skill that you can apply to anything, whether it's business, sports, whatever. Another attribute that's critically important for bodybuilding success is the ability to stay medium. And what I mean by that is not getting too emotional about things. People get all out of whack and emotional about stuff, and then they make bad decisions. When you get emotional, you become illogical, and when you become illogical, you make bad choices. I see it all the time. So I'll give you an example that I have, and I see it. It's mostly young guys that I see do this, young clients. They'll get in a situation where they don't see any progress for 2 weeks, and they think that things aren't working. They panic. They start making changes on their own without telling me. They get upset. They like, well, this program doesn't work. Something must be wrong. Something's wrong with me. I'm not growing. I don't look like Nick Walker after 2 weeks. And they make stupid emotional decisions. On the flip side, you get the people that get overconfident. They go win a local show and they think that they're ready to get their pro card. So that's also no good either. So you need to stay level. Don't get too high. Don't get too low about things. Don't be emotional. Be objective in your decision making. Let logic rule out. And sometimes you just need an extra voice to help you with that. I get silly sometimes with stuff. That's why I have a coach. That's why I have somebody to help me when I'm on contest prep to keep my head glued on straight so I don't make dumb decisions. I know what I'm doing. I could probably prep myself, but I need somebody there to be an objective eye. It's hard to be objective about yourself sometimes. Some people are able to do it, but stay medium. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. Consistency is a vitally important attribute for being a successful bodybuilder. This one can't be overstated. The people that do well in bodybuilding are the ones that are able to do the boring ass shit day in, day out, week after week, month after month, year after year. And that means eating your meals, eating boring ass meat and rice, not missing meals. That means not missing workouts. That means getting your sleep in, not going out to party with your friends. You have to play the long game with bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is not a sport where things just happen overnight. It's the people that can stick to this for the long term, over like a 10-year period of time, are the ones that end up having success. I've seen it. It's a person I know who shall remain nameless that I would have never in a million years thought I had a chance of being a pro bodybuilder. And this person just consistently ground away at the gym for a 10-year period of time and ended up being a pro. I would have never in a million years thought that this person would have what it took to be a pro. You look at the genetics, you look at the way they looked, it didn't make any sense, but they consistently ground away at their goal. Self-awareness is the next attribute that's important for bodybuilding and something that a lot of people lack. In particular, it seems to be young men that I have noticed working with that lack self-awareness. So many young guys that think they are 2 shows away from having their pro card. They just need to take 1 cycle and they're going to have their pro card. Not the case, buddy. I also see a lot of guys that, don't have the type of awareness to know that they don't know anything as well. And so they think they know everything and they won't ask somebody who's been at this longer for help. So self-awareness is critically important, to know where you're at, to know what you're looking at in the mirror, and to be objective about yourself. That's really difficult to do. And that's why people hire coaches. That's why I have a coach, because it's impossible for me to be objective about myself. And most of the time I'm too critical. I'm too hard on myself. There is that flip side of the equation. And I found that most of the time that the people that are the most critical of themselves are the ones that have the most potential. It's the guys that don't have any potential that seem to be overzealous with their self-estimation and what they look like. So having some self-awareness, knowing when you don't know what you're talking about, knowing when you need help, knowing what you're looking at in the mirror, knowing when and how to train properly, knowing when you're lifting too much weight. I see it all the time too with dudes that ego lift. They're lifting too much weight and they think they're strong. They think they're impressing other people, but they have zero self-awareness, zero ability to step back and analyze and understand that that is not how you get bigger. And finally, we have work ethic. Work ethic, to me, is everything that I'm built on. It's the ability to work when you don't want to work. It's the ability to grind away at something and not give up. It's the ability to make time when there is no time. And for me, people that are successful get it done. People that are unsuccessful make excuses for why they don't get it done. And a lot of it just has to do with work ethic. There is always time if you want to make time for something, if it is a priority. I hear a lot of guys say they want to be a bodybuilder, but they don't want to do the work that goes into being a bodybuilder. It is hard work and it is a grind. Anything worthwhile is a grind. And if you want to be successful at something, you have to be willing to put in the work to get there. And it's not easy. It's not fun sometimes. And that's the ability to push through that, the ability to take everything we talked about here today, all these different attributes, and hone that into a solid work ethic is critically important. I run multiple businesses. I am a single parent. I have kids that are involved in sports. I coach people. I do social media, and I make time for the gym. I make time to meal prep. I make time to spend time with my family. And sometimes that means sacrificing other things that I want to do but don't need to do, like watching TV, playing video games, hanging out with my friends, shit like that. I put things in a priority order of what's most important to me, and I work hard at all of those things. All right, guys, I hope you find this video helpful, and if you have any ideas on things that you think are important to being a successful bodybuilder, some stuff that I missed, put them in the comments section below. And I would appreciate it if you supported my sponsor, First Detachment Nutrition, who made this video possible. Head over to First Detachment to get your supplements today. Use the discount code AB10. Thanks for watching, guys. For coaching or consultations, head over to www.anabolicbodybuilding.com to book your spot today. I can help you with optimizing hormones, fat loss, muscle gain, physique, athletic performance, nutrition, and health. For more information, shoot me an email at bigp3rd@gmail.com.